Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, ready. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Here we go. Give it up.
On 1st and 10, Cook. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 3. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
280. Right there, 54 miles. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up. 14.
This is Carson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bravo! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Come on. You better bring it. Hey,
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Cook. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now it's Carson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And here's Wilson on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And able to find Kirk complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
They're right there in that middle ground field. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it with Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing on first down. Clifford is running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On second down, it's Fletcher. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
54.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
You.
They run with Hunt. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Delta.
54, 54.
From the gun, Cook. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
40. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 52.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous.
Running the punt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Cook. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Looking to throw. Cook. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, it's Carson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run. This is Hunt. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Crunch time, defense.
Now it's Hunt. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Clifford. And Ingram holds it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
From the gun, Cook. That's complete to Butler. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Set, ready? 18 gator.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Let's go.
2nd and 11. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
29 is Mike. Mike 29. I got it. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Go, go, go.
Looking to throw. Cook. And that will be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go.
Here's Carson. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Robbins, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Time to go. Night, night.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Right there, 54 miles. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get it. Kill.
Now Wilson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the punt, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Leonard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Clifford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go now. 30 base.
54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
5.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Go.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Oh, here we go. Oh, 29 is the Mike 29. That's right, baby.
Get it.
From the gun, Cook. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Returnable here from the 38. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Seahawks on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Hey, dude. He's coming. Double up, double up. Let go.
Operating from the gun. Clifford finds his tight end Ingram. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 43 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with the keeper. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
the 32-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change any?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And Jennings has it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run on first down. Carson, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. To throw on third down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
54.
Ready?
From the gun, Cook. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Save. Right there. 55.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cook. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Line 54. I'm going to run you. Cut.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.